How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Scarlet, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we got some Pokemon stuff to talk about. We got some potential leaks, some potential stuff, so I thought we'd get right into it. Kicking things off with this post from 4chan. Now, what is this talking about? Well, basically, this is all about what the possible new DLC will be called in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So we're going to be taking a look at this. Sorry if the camera is a bit in a weird position. The whole setup is in a weird position, but let's get right into the information, though. So this is from 4chan, so please keep that in mind. That means that this is very much up in the air, and this is not guaranteed to be real, but I thought we'd cover it anyways. So, DLC is called Magenta Mirage. Only one DLC this time, which actually is interesting, because I've been perpetuating this idea myself, that the DLC is going to be in two parts, just like the previous DLC was with Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra. The reason I kind of say that is because this game also kind of has the perfect opportunity to have two places, the Canary Islands and also Andorra. You know, it's like the Canary Islands are a very big part of, like when I think of Spain. And same thing goes for, just the geography and the way the map looks in this game compared to the real world map. It makes sense that Andorra, the country, would be perfectly situated to be one of these second DLCs. So that's what I think, but you never know. They could do just all of it in a single DLC, or just one place, and they won't even do two of them. So here's what it says. DLC is called the Magenta Mirage. Only one DLC this time, but it's bigger than both of Sword and Shield's. Comes out November of this year. Also, the codename for the third legendary. Okay, the codename for the third legendary. Also the codename for the third legendary. It doesn't even say that. It just says that it comes out November this year, but what's the codename? It doesn't even say it. It lives in a second crater, which is what the top right area of the map is. It's separated by two tribes, one with an ancient-looking tribe, and the other is a futuristic-looking one. Okay, I guess I can see where they're going with this. It's kind of how we had the tribes in, or the clans in Pokemon Legends Arceus, right? Which I could see being used again. Either way, it is covered in Terra crystals, with some Pokemon and people having been stuck in them for hundreds of years. The tribes live in fear as they can't escape the crater. Alright then, that actually sounds pretty intriguing, but also unrealistic in some way. Now, Magenta Mirage has an ability to counter both... Okay, so wait, is that the name of the actual legendary? What? Magenta Mirage has an ability to counter both Koraidon and Miraidon's abilities. Summons Psychic Terrain and Rain. Okay. Its real name is Mimeu. Okay. And it's a water dragon type. Now, Mimeu, what would that relate to? Koraidon, Miraidon, Mimeu. Would that really be the third legendary, like the big giant ball, or is this referring to something else? Because we know that there's that giant, egg-looking thing. We know we have that. So I'm just kind of curious, I guess, is this related to that, or is this something else? Like, it doesn't really tell me much off the top right here. I'm not really learning a lot from this. Either way, he says that it realizes people's ambitions and materializes them to keep people believing in it. Okay, that actually, that's pretty crazy. It uses the energy of belief to stay alive, constantly feeding people's dreams, eventually driving them insane, which is kind of interesting, as I did see a recent post, and I'll actually go into this a bit later, but there's actually been I think, data mine or something of a old leaked version of the Dream World from Pokemon, I think Black and White. But again, weird, strange. Either way, let's continue on. So, he continues on here. Heath was a science fiction fanatic and came in contact with it, eventually creating the Paradox Pokemon we see now. Oh! That's an interesting theory, though. It's an interesting theory that the third legendary literally created paradoxes, that they aren't actually Pokemon from the past to the future, but they're literally at a manifestation. They're literally manifested into existence. That would be so freaking, so off the rails, but also so freaking cool in some way. I don't know. Personally, I think it's a sick idea. Now, he continues on here and says the following, which is that Heath was a science fiction fanatic, came in contact with it, eventually creating the Paradox Pokemon we see now. Inspired Sada and Turo to build a time machine, which was powered by the Terra Crystals. So I guess this thing inspired them to create this. Okay, so basically the crystals cause these almost hallucinations to manifest, I guess. And then, this is such a cool idea, though. I just love where this is going. This is such an interesting way to perceive this, even if it's not real, even if it's fake, which it most likely is fake, but it's just an interesting concept. Either way, continues on. The Paradox Pokemon did come from the past and the future. Both, but one that was changed by Heath's desire to see Pokemon from another time. So basically, they are from the past and the future, but they're not actually. I mean, they are literally from the past and the future, but the way that they look is literally just from the imagination of this character, Heath. Now, Terra Crystals, Shards, whatever you want to call them, are parts of Mimeu that materialize with every... And then I guess we can go over here. So he says, so, Terra Crystals, Shards, whatever you want to call them, are parts of Mimeu that materialize with every ambition that comes true. Which is intriguing. Which makes sense, because that whole thing looks like a planet, that circular legendary. Either way, the plot is to stop a mind-controlled Heath who uses Mimeu before it consumes the region in Terra Crystals. I think that would be an interesting and very cool plot. Now, here's some of the features in Pokemon, apparently. First up is Paradox Pokemon and new Pokemon. Number 1, Paradox Suicune. Storming Waters, which is going to be a water ghost type according to this. I like the name, personally. I think it's cool. And the water ghost typing, I'm okay with that. I think it'll be nice. Paradox Virizion, which is Iron Blade, Grass Psychic. Nothing really strange there. I guess Psychic instead of, what is it normally? Fighting? Yeah, I think it's fighting. Either way. Paradox Delphox. This is an interesting one. This is okay, so I guess this is them trying to make that implication that there is a connection to, like, Kalos of some sort, right? It's what everybody's trying to, like, push towards. I get it. People love Kalos. People really want a Kalos DLC. It's just that I am trying to be realistic about this whole thing, and I don't know. Personally, don't think that's going to be likely to happen. But again, hey, I'm willing to compromise. Either way. So Delphox, which is Wicked Mage, Fire Fairy. Nothing too strange there. I guess the fairy type being added. Wait, actually, no, did it? No, did it have Fire Fairy? I don't remember, dude. I did not remember anything about X and Y at this point. Either way. Chestnut, Paradox Chestnut, Iron Shelter, Grass Steel. Okay, that's fair enough. Paradox Greninja, Rogue Warrior, Fighting Dark. Paradox Greninja, Iron Ninja, Water Poison. So is this 2 Greninjas, which actually would be so smart. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I get that Charizard gets all the love and attention. It has 2 Mega Evolutions, and it has a freaking Gigantamax form. You know, it gets all the love and attention. But realistically, I think they should focus more on Greninja. Greninja, to me, seems like a overall far more like, Charizard is, of course, a lot of people's favorite Pokemon. But I think they should capitalize on the fact that Greninja is like number 2. You know what I mean? Almost, I think number 1 in a lot of places. I personally prefer Greninja just because I'm more into the whole ninja thing than I am into Charizard. Personally, right? Of course, I know people love Charizard. It's the most expensive card in the TCG, blah, 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 all that kind of shit. But I just think they should use Greninja in this way as well. Like, they gave Mewtwo and, and Charizard, separate Megas, X and Y Megas, right? So why not give us a freaking Greninja that's a past and future form? I think that would be sick. Either way, and I can already imagine the design. Now, we continue on. Paradox Kilowattrel, which is the new bird. Thunderstorm, which is electric water. Paradox Glimora, which is iron flower, poison steel. Ooh. Mimeu, already explained. Then Reflectshine, which is a Chimecho evolution, psychic steel. Tarampero, which is a Galvantula evolution, which is bug electric. Ooh, that would be sick, actually. Which is interesting, but they're really into spiders lately. Either way, we'll continue on. More customization options. Finally, dude. That would be so good to have. I swear, I don't understand why they decided to just butcher the customizations in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. It is horrible, the options you actually have. There's nothing. You have nothing to work with. There are no, there's nothing to customize your character with. There's nothing. You can change your hat, your I guess, shoes, but your actual outfit, it's horrible. I mean, sure, you can customize your hair and stuff, but it's really not that important. I mean, once I said it once, I'm done. I want to wear different clothes. Either way, it says, laboratory that allows you to change EVs, Terra type, and level of your Pokemon for LP. That'd be pretty neat. Dual type Terra Shards. Only some Pokemon can use them. Starters, legendaries, and some Gen 9 Pokemon, etc. Okay, that would be, wow. That'd be interesting. These crystals have set types. You can choose what type you want. Alright, just like Sword and Shield's DLC, you can battle legendaries in Terra raids. These legendaries will be found in the cavern covered in Terra crystals. Interacting with the crystals will start a raid with one of the legendaries at random. Which, literally sounds about right. This just sounds like a Pokemon DLC to me. This sounds like it ticks all the boxes. It ticks all the boxes for a Pokemon DLC. So personally, I'm giving this one in terms of quality of what they're saying, 10 out of 10. I'm not saying the stuff in it is perfect, of course not, but I'm saying in terms of how well they put together this as a leak or a rumor, whatever you want to refer to it as, really well done. Really, really solid, actually. Not even like gonna lie, it's actually pretty freaking solid. But as for the actual, you know, likeliness of this being real, we're on the low end here. I'm gonna be real, I don't think this is when it's real, but again, anything is possible. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's pretty much gonna be it for this video, guys. We're keeping these a little bit shorter this time around. I do have some other stuff I'm gonna be talking about, but I'm gonna do that tomorrow. So thank you all for watching. We're getting back into the wave of things. I missed the last few days. I've been busy editing a video for my second channel, Ruffle Rattle Play, so check that out. But yeah, I've been busy with that. So in case you were wondering why there wasn't a new video over the weekend, any videos over the weekend, it's because I was busy with that video. It literally took me 3 days straight of just pure editing, with only really sleep in between. But yeah, so thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.